Hello, I'm Matt from World of Ukes, and I'm looking today at this Uma UK-05ST, which I think is pretty much the best value tenor ukulele you can get your hands on at the moment. Now, I have said things like this before, and then the price has shot up, and the KTI 30 by Kai, that was a real favourite of mine. It was £109, it came with a fantastic gig bag, it was a really good instrument, and it still is. And it's only gone up to £129, but that just puts it into that range where you suddenly think, oh well, if I just spent that little bit more I could get that, whereas previously it stood out on its own as a real sort of bargain. But this one, UK-05ST, Uma, very playable instrument. They come from a really good distributor, Mark Pugh at Stones Music. So he gives them the once over, but I've just done a few extra adjustments on this one, and it's just super slick. So we are talking plenty of volume, even though I've got the action on this one down at 2.25mm at the 12th fret. So it's a sort of thing which at £119 would be really good for somebody starting out, or just stepping up from that really basic Amazon job that they got given, or just didn't know any better at the time. So something that's this playable, I mean the action at the nut with Uma ukuleles, I don't know, I don't really understand quite how easy they are to play down at this end, which is where your beginners will play so many of their chords. So it's really playable for a beginner, so it's not just cheap, it's nice to play. £119, you get a gig bag, which is reasonable. You know, I've seen far worse gig bags. There were some Pono gig bags that came out with their instruments a while back, which were just dust covers. And so, you know, it's just like you're spending £500 and you're getting a dust cover. I'd rather not have it at all. It was almost just, what are you doing? This is so bad. So that's not like that. That's it's got a bit of padding. It's 5mm or so, so it's, you know, it's not amazing, but it's there. You don't shop for a ukulele based on whether it's got a gig bag or not, but it does have one. So we've got fluorocarbon strings and a satin finish, enclosed geared tuners which seem perfectly smooth, and we've got a solid mahogany top. So it's a solid top instrument that's really playable for £119 with a gig bag. I think I sold my first ukulele right at the beginning of January 2010. What you could get back then for £119 was pretty average. So instruments have got better and they've got cheaper in the ukulele world, and this is a really good example of that. So £119, I keep saying that, but it still surprises me. I'm going to play it now. Shut up, and you can make your own mind up as to whether you think it sounds good, but I certainly do, and it certainly plays well. Okay, thanks very much.
world of ukes.co.uk.